Hey guys, Dave Desai, welcome back to my channel. So today, right now, we are talking about Blackpink and YG. Apparently there's some issues with that and they're being laughed at in Korea, which is very hard to believe and a very unfortunate thing, but that's what's happening. I think the tea is pretty hot today, so I have some news and I want to get into it and talk about it, give my opinions. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be the first of your hate comments, don't forget the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now, let's jump into it. If you did not already know, Blackpink is signed to a record label called YG, and YG is allegedly known to push their artists to the extreme. The extreme as in malnutrition, starving them not having enough sleep, them being super tired and dehydrated, all that sort of things usually happen, and as well as just allegedly just not treating their artists well. YG also allegedly pushes artists to quickly debut or to do things to get into the spotlight to avoid their scandals, i.e. if they already recently had a scandal and they want people to stop looking at their scandal, they'll push an artist to go on stage, they'll push an artist to debut, just so the public will get away from the YG scandal and focus on the debut.
YG suddenly put the debut date forward. The company planned to draw the public's negative attention to her debut.
This can leave some artists just not ready to debut at all because they didn't have enough practice time to practice their dance and their song. So when they're on that debut stage, they're not actually physically ready. All YG cares about is that the attention is now going to be drawn away from the scandal and it's now going to be put on this artist. And instead of, oh, YG is awful, now it becomes, oh, this artist wasn't ready. She was just unprepared. And then it now puts the artist's name in bad hands. And even worse, this has happened to Blackpink where YG physically gambled away all of their tour and budget money so that Blackpink didn't actually have any debut money to debut. Hence why that scandal ended up being bigger than any other scandal because YG couldn't get attention away from it. He had no money for a debut. I will say if Blackpink did debut at that time, all the attention would have definitely been taken away. This obviously has been going on with Blackpink for a long time. Blackpink could essentially have been a much bigger K-pop group if they were allowed to have more comebacks. Look at their popularity. Even just like one song a year, they blow the charts and break records. So Blackpink recently had a meet and greet. An employee took a photo of kind of the seating area of all the BLINKS that had attended, and as you can see, some of those seats are empty. In fact, it looks like about half those seats are empty. The YG employee posted it on his private social media page and it in fact went viral. People were so shocked that this was a Blackpink meet and greet. Like, they just didn't expect Blackpink to have had this happen. Korean Blinks were laughing at Blackpink, saying that their fame is over, that they're not relevant anymore, and that no one cares about them anymore, which is why their fan meet is half empty. It also had appeared that before the fan meet had officially occurred and the actual date happened, that there was a lot of unsold tickets still on the website. I mean, you can see that there was about over 700 tickets here that were not sold yet. My opinion is if YG had seen that, he should have just canceled the meet and greet because that is kind of embarrassing for the artist to have that many tickets not sold. And if they wanted to continue the meet and greet, they should have at least done proper promotion to make sure and to get those 700 tickets sold. But of course, YG has allegedly dropped in stock and in money and all that stuff. So he seems like he is desperate currently for money. So he will essentially try to host the meet and greet anyway and try to make as much money as he can. My personal opinion is that Blackpink did not receive the proper promotion for the fan meet. They also hadn't done anything for like a year, so to have a random fan meet almost seems kind of like a quick cash grab. Obviously also their popularity has dipped a bit because if they hadn't been in the spotlight for almost a year. To be quite honest, I didn't even know they were doing this fan meet. It came as a complete shock to me that they were even having such an event. If they had properly promoted it, maybe even released like a little video for it and a date and all that stuff, I'm sure it would have sold out. But let me know, how many of you guys actually did know the fan meet was happening? Because I'm just very curious about how they promoted this. It seemed like it came out of nowhere. Other Blinks believe that the tickets didn't sell out due to YG himself. Some people believe that the tickets didn't sell out due to YG himself and that the K-pop fans or the Blinks didn't want to buy the tickets due to the fact that it would have benefited YG in the long run. People refuse to buy the tickets because they don't want to support YG. But I don't believe stop buying tickets is the correct solution. I'm not saying I know the solution, but not buying tickets essentially will end up putting Blackpink out of the spotlight even longer until YG either decides they don't want them anymore or that Blackpink ends up being released of their contract. It's just not really a smart thing to do if you're supporting Blackpink. Because if they don't end up on the top charts or they don't stay on TV, people are going to forget about them. And when they do get to another label, it's going to be much harder for them to continue to stay relevant. It's just very, very sad because they don't really have a spotlight anyway. Like, it's just, I want to see our girls constantly on the top charts no matter what label they are because I support them. I don't necessarily support the label. Let me know what you think of this. I'm very curious to hear your full thoughts on this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and featuring in this comment right here. Thank you so much for your time. And as always, please check out my Patreon. I have reaction videos, take requests over there, all that sort of thing. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, make sure you check it out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. There's also 2 videos at the end of this video, so I hope to catch you over there, and I'll see you soon. Bye.